you ended up going from being homeless to being a full-time college student with full housing and everything else.
Yep.
So, how have you done this semester?
Oh, okay. So, first semester.
What is going on with your family? Like, so, look, what's going on with Shishi?
Oh, I ain't even gonna lie. It was an instance where I had to be escorted to the hospital because, like, the suicidal report. It was ooh.
So wait, you was kind of being suicidal at one point?
Yeah.
So wait, so what happened? What? Got my girls here, y'all. Have you talked to Pastor Jamal Bryant?
Yeah, Pastor. See, Pastor does a lot. He goes above and beyond to help me out.
Wow. So this just hasn't been just like this peachy ride for you or anything like that?
Nah, there's still like that. It's still like that.
PTSD.
Yeah.
PTSD is a form of PTSD.
And then I always got this little rising feeling about my sister. Because, you know, my sister.
I mean, yeah, like, so what's going on with Jemiah?
So,
what's up, YouTube? You want to look like this? Hit up my meal prep lady, Rebel Chef Bills on Instagram. Link is in the description. And then hit up Katie with the muscle and put in that work. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the update. So, guys, we got my guy Jaden, man. So, Jaden, you're pretty much one of my biggest success stories, man. You know, your sister was on my channel. And you know, long story short, as a result of her and you being on my channel, you ended up going from being homeless to being a full-time college student with full housing and everything else.
Yep.
So, how have you done this semester?
Oh, okay. So, first semester, I'm gonna say, wasn't the best I wanted, but it was pretty much the best based off my professors and stuff. I had 4 A's and a B. I wanted all A's.
Wait, so hold on.
Like,
you got 4 A's and a B?
Yeah, but
hey, man. Listen, man, I'm all for excellence, man, but we still gonna celebrate that 4 A's and a B, man. That's lit. That's lit.
Yeah, but first semester was, I didn't gonna lie. Start of the semester, all I wanted to do was just party because I ain't never really been partying. So we partied. I realized the effect of what that could have on my grade because my math turned from an A to an F real quick overnight. So I was like, all right, forget partying. I got to do this education grind.
Had to figure that out, huh?
Yeah, and then I kept my grade high. Okay, so yeah, I leveled up my grades, 4 A's and a B.
Man, we are so proud of you, man. Yeah. Listen, man, listen, we are so proud of you, man. We love the fact that you are taking advantage of this opportunity. We love that, man. Like, and we see that. We salute that. That's big, man. Yeah. So okay. So we're here. We're in this. What is this spot that we're in?
So this is my student housing that I got.
This is fancier than the one I came to a few months ago.
Heck yeah, ITC for the $4,500. It wasn't really like. I mean, it wasn't really suitable because, for one, we couldn't have visitation. It kept clogging up. There was a bunch of issues that happened with that dorm compared to what we have now because we can have visitors. It's more like an actual living space we can live in instead of having, like, it's been completely restricted. They're crazy over there.
Well, I mean, and then they also have these things that was going on that, you know, they didn't really see this video that they're watching, but where you had kind of mold and different things going on the ceiling and, you know, the floor was flooded and I didn't end up posting that video, but yeah, I mean, the bottom line is that the conditions were not ideal. Okay, exactly. They were not ideal. And so now you're going to be kind of able to live in a little more of a, you know, space that's more livable, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, man, I went to HBCU, all right? Shout out Howard University, the real HU to all them Hampton folks. All right, but shout out to Howard. But yeah, man, we had Charles Drew Hall for all of the incoming freshman boys. And that hall was a piece of crap. And it was basically like a rite of passage to have to stay in that at first before you get nicer housing. So that's kind of like your rite of passage. You know, you had to go through it, but I'm glad that you have. Okay, so what's the deal with this spot? Like, who's paying for this?
So it's agreement. So New Birth is paying for like 1, 2, 3 for like the first 5 months, and then I pay for the summer.
Okay, so summer, that's like June and July?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna figure out how to pay for the rest of it for like because I can pay for the 1,800 down. That one's like a little bit more than 1,800, and then I just have to save up some money to pay for like.
Are you working right now or whatnot?
No. I was gonna work. I was gonna start working because I knew once I moved here, I got like fine, capable jobs like literally down the street. You got Cookout, McDonald's, all of that.
Yeah, this
and
is like
food.
a popping area. This is
okay.
So
I knew I could get a job real quick because before I was living with my auntie. She was my classmate, but I think of her as an auntie. I was living with her up in Douglasville. I was like, I want to get a job down here, but.
So hold on, you was living with her this semester?
No. I was living with her for the break.
Okay. During the winter break.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I moved down here. I wanted to get a job up there, but then they were like, if you're gonna move in like a month.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
You didn't need to get a job just for the break, right? So,
yeah.
Okay. So long story short, right? You're doing well. Yeah. You're doing well, man. Like this time, can you imagine that this time last year, you was in the Covenant House and pretty much didn't have any direction and was just kind of floating around out here?
Yeah, but now at least.
What are your thoughts on that? When you reflect on that, like at night, and you sit back and you let your thoughts catch up to itself. How does that play out? What are your thoughts?
It's still a dark time for me, but it was like the thoughts that I think of at night. It's like the thing that keeps me going is like before I had so much neglect from like my foster family, adoption, all of that crap, and then I'm like I was homeless, but now I'm in school, and I was like sometimes I just like question what I'm doing here, and then I realized it's like just keep striving to do better. I mean, I was offered this opportunity, so make the best out of it, and all I see is just like greatness in the making.
Yeah, I mean, why do you question? Why do you like question? What are you doing here? Because
it's just like sometimes I always, how you could get like flashbacks. I always get them little flashbacks that would be like, I would say you're not good enough and all of that stuff, and then I'm like, it creeps up at me, and then I have my little support system with my friends. Shout out to Ken and Ryan, and then T Rosie. And all of them, and Janine Myers, they all help. They like a support group that just help me and like make me feel better sometimes. Because that little depressive phase kind of comes back up. It creeps in and then backs up and then creeps in. It's like it's just there. But it's like I'm a little better now.
Yeah,
that ICC was the worst for me though, because man, it was an instance where I had to be escorted to the hospital because like this suicidal report. It was ooh.
So wait, you was kind of being suicidal at one point?
Yeah, but I talked. I had to do counseling. It was like I had T Rosie to help me out.
So what happened? What?
It was like a bunch of stuff all happening at once. Stuff with my family, and then stuff with my friends, and then it was a bunch of stuff clouding my judgment and just creeping up on me. I was just stressed and upset and irritated. And then I was just like, all right, it was too much. But then, I had my support system help me out with that. After, a friend of mine from Morehouse, Emmanuel Dean, he got me. We talked it out. Had to go to the hospital. Hospital bill is expensive because that thing was $1,400. But, yeah. Went to the hospital, got counseling, and then, yeah. I could have gotten kicked out of ICC because they said, might not be adequate living space because, they didn't want another incident like that happening. But, like, yeah.
So, how bad was the incident? Was it something to where you was, like, at one point, like, physically threatening yourself or anything like that? Or
I did, but then it was just, like, I was so pissed off. You know how you just, like, get to a point where you're so upset, you're breathing hard, and it's just like you start crying, but it's not like you're sad. You're just upset. You're just angry because I destroyed my room. I didn't destroy the room. I destroyed all my stuff in it. And then Emmanuel Dean, we had to talk about what's going on, and it calmed me down. But it was just like I was so pissed off that I was starting to just get into a daydream of me just, a bunch of stuff happening, just a bunch of memories flashing, and then, yeah, called the hospital, escorted me out to Emory. I will never take a shot again because that thing was painful. And yeah,
I mean, you're gonna have to take some shots.
Hey,
but I'm with you on that. I'm not a big shot guy.
Yeah, nah.
You know.
I mean, I took another shot recently to donate blood. That thing was worse because the needle was like this big and it went in your arm, and you just realize.
Did you just need the money or something? Or?
Oh yeah, it was a drive at Morris Brown, so
okay,
I did it.
It was drive,
and
okay.
I needed the money because it was $70. Yeah, so but
I get it.
Yeah, and then I mean, they said I needed to go up with counseling, and I was like, okay. I kind of shoved it off a little bit because sometimes I would put more stuff above the counseling because I was like, I was too busy, and I was like, how am I going to figure out counseling too? Because it was the end of the semester, and all this stuff was piling up. I was like, when am I going to find time for counseling? And I realized I needed to make time, and then, I made some time for it. We started talking out, and then I pretty much gave her the tip of the iceberg, talked about my story and stuff, and all of that, and then figured it out, and yeah.
Wow. So this just hasn't been just like this peachy ride for you or anything like that?
Nah, they're still like that. It's still like that.
PTSD.
Yeah.
PTSD is a form of PTSD.
And then I always got this little rising feeling about my sister. Because, my sister.
So what's going on with Jemiah?
So, I was told she was going to come down here by a friend that she was staying in the shelter with. I don't know, because somebody had already bought her a plane ticket. That's as far as I'm aware of. And they said, yeah, she's going. I didn't really speak to her, though. But that's my narrative on her. I have her phone number. I just need, because I don't know if she blocked me or if it's still going. But, yeah, it's not working for me. But,
is that right?
Yeah. I had both of her.
Ken, let me see one of your phones. Got my girls here, y'all. All right, so what's her phone number?
Let me see. So I got Ramaya right here, and then I changed her name from Jemiah to Ramaya because I just had all of it stuff. Oh, that's another thing. I wanted to change my name from Jaden to Robert because I was like, why keep a name that doesn't reflect me as much? Because it's like y'all set me out here and y'all want me to keep your name. It's kind of pointless. So I wanted to change it back to my biological name. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to do for myself.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. What's the phone number?
224.
Mm-hmm. I guess I have mixed feelings about the name thing, but I mean, if that's what makes you feel more comfortable and everything else, then I get it.
I'm caught on a crossroads because it's like, for me, I know I'm just getting reintroduced to my biological family. It just, I don't know. I guess it resonates with me because Jaden is just, as much stuff as I went through, and to keep the name, I just don't want to keep it because it doesn't. It's just like,
it doesn't serve you. It doesn't.
It's like,
it just reminds you of all the negative stuff, basically.
And then it's like y'all didn't like me to begin with, so what's the point of me keeping it? And then, I mean, sure, I don't really understand as much about because I just got reintroduced to my biological family, but I want to keep my name because at least I was named after my dad. The person you are trying to reach is not accepting calls at this Call her again. Let me see if it's
no. That means it's off.
What?
Yeah, that means it's off. So that's not
Well, try this other one.
I mean, I'll try to call it real quick.
312.
You are trying to reach is
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that's completely
Another one.
312.
312.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna have to mute that out. All right, no worries. Uh-oh, that just didn't do anything.
That's weird. That's stupid.
So, when was the last time you talked to Jemiah?
I talked to her when I was in Chicago. No, I didn't. I talked to her when she was in Chicago and I was in ITC, actually. I had to call her up, and then I was trying to...
Well, when was that, though? We don't know when that was, so...
So this is December, November... I think it's the beginning of November.
Like the beginning of November? So it's been almost a couple months.
So I was talking to her. I was just wondering how she's been. She was like, I think I'm going to college. I was like, okay, cool. And then she was like, help me out. I got her in contact with another friend. Her name's Cynthia Blair. They had a group chat. I don't know if she texted that group chat anyway, but she was just wondering how she set up everything for college and all of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she just ghosted me. You know how you like have this intimate conversation and somebody ghosted you? I was so pissed off. I was like, I've been trying to get you to go to college for the longest, and now you just started to wonder.
Well, I mean, but it's probably not her ghosting you. It sounds like her phone is off, or something like that. So I mean, it could be.
She can text now.
Unless she doesn't have access to a phone for some reason or whatever, you know. I mean, it could be anything. Really,
and I don't like her up there by herself because she already don't like the family.
Well, I mean, so what is going on with your family? Like, so what's going on with Shishi?
Oh, I ain't even gonna lie. She's slaving herself. Like, ooh, she working hard at her job. You know.
What's the state of y'all's relationship at this point?
I just got her number back. I didn't have her number, and we started texting. She said she complimented me on my grades. I just texted her, said I got the student apartment. She was like, good stuff, but not stuff. She said good stuff, cuz, and I was like, okay, cool. I tried to call her, but you know she's at work because she works 7 days a week.
And what about her son, your cousin?
I haven't talked to Tyrone at all. I told her to tell them Merry Christmas and stuff, miss them, love them, and then she said I will. And you know I don't have Tyrone's contact no more.
What about any of your other family? Like, have you talked to your mom?
Yeah, I talked to my mom.
What was that like?
She gave me information on my sister.
On
and my niece. So it was cool. She kicked my sister out because my sister.
You're not talking about Jemiah. You're talking about another one of your sisters.
Yeah, my older sister by so I'm 19. She 21. I think she's 2 years older. And some stuff that happened between her boyfriend, and my niece, where a bunch of messed up stuff happened. He held a gun to my niece's head and all of that stuff, and it was just.
He held a gun to your niece's head?
Yeah, and it was just I don't know. She gave the gun back to him. Well, after he got beat up, and I think he went to prison, and then he just got out, and then my sister gave the gun back to him. I don't know if she lovesick over this man. But
yeah, I mean, most of the time that's how it goes.
He did that much stuff, and then she's gonna give him.
Is he the dad of your niece?
I don't even know. Okay. I walked into this.
Why did he end up holding a gun to her head?
I don't even know the full story, but it blew me when she told me. I was like, for one, I was pissed off at my sister. It's just if this fool really did that to my niece, why would you ever actually give him the same weapon he did to threaten my niece and you? Because it's a toxic relationship regardless. Because if he's doing that to...
Listen, trust me, they got YouTube channels where they tell this story over and over and over, man. Unfortunately, our ladies at that age and stage of life tend to choose the worst of us, and sometimes they, suffer the most brutal of consequences.
Nah.
So I hope that doesn't happen with your sister or your niece or anything like that. So... No. But as far as you and your mom goes, I mean, what's the state of y'all's relationship like at this point?
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. We don't really talk. She called, said, hey. I was like, hey. She was like, how you been? I said, I'm doing good. I asked how she was. She said, I'm doing good. Gotta pay bills. And I was like, okay. That's literally the conversation always goes. And then hang up. That's it. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really talk to nobody up there no more. It's the only person I talked to was probably Uncle Ren. That was it.
Why don't you talk to the people up there? You gonna say?
Cause sometimes it's sometimes people interfere with. You know how you have that grind down here where it's a whole lot more stuff I need to get done. Mm-hmm. I just don't need to be caught up with that BS up north. It's
just you need to stay focused, stay on your grind.
I'm
you don't want nothing to throw you off your path, man, and your course. Like you say, down here, you got to stay focused. And
up there, it caused me with a bunch of depression. I already had depression. Up there made it a little bit worse. And it's just I just don't want, too much conflict of interest, both mine and theirs. And it's just I don't need that. So I just did the mature choice, stopped really contacting. And then I just really started talking to more people down here. And more people that can influence me, more I was gonna say more well. That's not how you.
Yeah, I mean, just
influence
just you gotta listen. I tell people all the time, you rise or fall to the level of people that you keep around you, and so you want to keep good people around you so that you can always be in a rising position and things like that. So, well, listen, man, that I tell you what, man. Despite all that, we are tremendously proud of you, tremendously happy to be getting this update. Like I said, this is one of my star stories, based on the outcome and everything else. One of the stories that I'm the most proud of. And so, man, I'm happy that you're continuing to just do a good job, make us proud, despite all of the challenges, which it sounds like it's been a few. Despite all the challenges, man, it sounds like you are you're growing into that strong man that we need in our community. All right. And so I'm really proud of that, man. And so, listen, on that note, if anybody out there, so basically it's going to be $1,800 that you're going to need by June, that's gonna kind of take you over through the summer or whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. So if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? You know, there's the same social Cash App, or what's the deal?
I wouldn't trust that around in Cash App. I mean, you can donate Cash App. It's the same thing.
Well, what else do you have?
I have this GoFundMe that I created. I'll send. I think I sent you the link. But
okay,
I created a GoFundMe.
So there's this link right here, and so basically, that's a way that it's more transparent. People can see what has been donated and everything else. And so if you guys wanted to help Jaden out, he's doing a really great job here in college. The last place was a little bit messed up or whatever. Shout out to our HBCUs, but some of those facilities are not always the greatest. And so this is a lot better. You're already moved in. And so, we're totally rooting for you. You're totally a part of our family on Atlanta Street Interviews, as well as New Birth's extended family as well. And so have you talked to Pastor Jamal Bryant?
Yeah, Pastor does a lot. He goes above and beyond to help me out. He's an inspiration for me. I told him Merry Christmas. Everybody from New Birth is just like family. They help out. They make sure I'm good. And it's just,
man, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to the doers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the doers and not just the talkers, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother, Pastor Jamal Bryant, the leader of New Birth Baptist Missionary. Man, shout you out, man, okay? That's what I'm talking about, real work, okay? And so I really, really appreciate everything that he's done and the fact that he's been just, the major part of the major reason why you're here right now, right? Like, my platform is great and everything, but if he wouldn't have made that offer, then it doesn't matter about my platform, okay? And so shout out to him for that, man. And listen, man, I really hope that that people, touch up the GoFundMe and really help you out because you're doing a great job. All right?
Yep.
All right, man. Well, listen, we really appreciate you. Girls, what you think about his spot?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, this bigger than Modera.
This bigger than the high rise I was about to get. Yeah. This is bigger than the high rise I was about to get. All right, man. Well, listen, we appreciate you. All right, little bro. We got to get that schedule down so we can get you in the gym now.
We do. I need to work out. That is my New Year's resolution. I need to fix up my shape. I need to build endurance and muscular strength so bad.
All right. Ashley, if you're watching, Ashley, I don't know what you can afford or whatever, but if you can give Jaden a little discount or something, Ashley is my meal prep lady. So she's on the beginning of the intro or whatever and everything like that. And so y'all hit up Rebel Chef Meals on Instagram, man, if you want that meal prep. I know it's the top of the year, so everybody got their goals. Rebel Chef Meals.
Let me see.
Rebel Chef Meals. And the food is absolutely delicious. It is delicious. Best meal prep lady I've ever had. So she's definitely lit. So y'all check her out. All right?
Yep.
You see her?
Oh, dang. Yeah.
She lit, right?
Yeah,
yeah, man. I'm telling you, get on that meal prep, man. You get on that meal prep, man. That's the secret sauce to it. You only spend an hour in the gym. The real way that your muscles are made, is in the kitchen, man. So, all right, man. Well, listen, we appreciate you and definitely wish you nothing but the best. All right.
All right. Thank you,
my boy. Yes, sir.